Hi, my name is Sally and I'm a travel advisor with chronic illness, and I help people like me plan nervous system friendly travel. I just arrived in Japan and I plan on living and working from here for the next 4.5 months, and I'd like to bring you along with me on that journey. Travel with chronic illness can be hard, but it's not impossible. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing how I've been setting up my life here in Japan, slowly, intentionally, supporting my nervous system. If you're curious what travel can look like when it's built around your travel needs, you are in the right place. I'm going to be real with you right from the start, the good, the bad, the ugly of living with chronic illness. And exactly in that fashion, I went out to the grocery store yesterday to film some content for this video. And I spent about an hour with my brand new camera trying to film absolutely perfect, beautiful content. And of course, nice wake-up call, I went ahead and hit the stop button at the end when I thought I'd got enough footage, and it turns out the stop button was the delete button and I lost everything. So I'm going to start again, and this time it isn't going to be perfect and it isn't going to be wonderful, and that is okay. I know we all, many of you watching will relate to this, have a propensity towards wanting to get back to productivity, whatever that means, and being perfect, whatever that means. And it's just not realistic, and it also doesn't support our nervous systems. So instead of forcing myself to go back to the start and filming more yesterday, I'm going to find a time over the weekend when I have a bit of energy, and I'm going to intentionally film just a little bit of footage, and that will be okay. So if you are interested to learn what an imperfect travel journey is like living in Japan, you will not see me whisking around all of the tourist areas. I will not be filming a video on the top 5 things that you need to buy at Mega Don Quixote. I will also not be showing you 20 different attractions that I visit in one afternoon. This is going to be slow travel. It's going to be happy travel, and it's going to be nervous system supporting travel. And full disclosure, I have lived in Japan before, albeit a long time ago, but I've done most of the tourist hotspots. I will go to a few places, I will share some beautiful things with you, but I have never been the kind of person who is about checking things off in the guidebook. I love to experience a place as if you live there. That's why I'm living here. I have friends here that I'm going to go for coffee with, because that's what you do in Tokyo. You go and get coffee and cake in the middle of the afternoon, and I'm going to show you all those things. So hopefully that's going to be enjoyable for you. Thank you for being here and sharing in this journey with me. And I look forward to all of the exciting but slow nervous system things that I'm going to get up to over the next few months. Also, a quick note, in my day job I am a psychologist, and I do have another former channel in which I talk in great detail about the nervous system and its role in the illness that I have. So if you're interested in learning about that, I'll put the link down below so that you can click over to that channel. On this channel we're going to talk much more generally about nervous system stuff and day-to-day fun stuff like travel and living and working in a different country. So hopefully these two channels can complement each other, and if you want to know more about the theory, you can go over to my other channel. Thanks so much. First up, I took a taxi to the hotel, as no need to be schlepping about and wasting PM on bags, and it cost me $64. These are the aforementioned bags, and if you come to Japan, you're going to see lots of people talking about all the cheap ways that you can get into town using public transportation. And I just want to remind you that $64 is way less than I spend in a cab from JFK to my apartment in New York or from Heathrow to central London. Then I spent a couple of nights in a hotel in Shinjuku just to get over the jet lag and get my bearings so that I was ready to move into my new apartment. Now, for security reasons, I'm not going to show you the exact apartment that I'm living in Japan, but it is furnished. But of course I do have to get set up with things like washing up liquid and dishwasher detergent, so here I am in the grocery store finding all of those things. Now this is a bit of an adventure in Japan. I do read a little bit of Japanese, but not all of it. Here I am looking for the equivalent of Fairy Liquid or Dawn. That looks about right. I guess we'll go with that one. Now we are looking for dishwasher tablets. And of course, this looks like washing machine liquid for clothes. Okay, here looks like, nope, definitely not that one. Down a little bit maybe. Okay, that's a picture of a dishwasher. Fantastic. Let's take the little packet. Wonderful. Here I am picking up a few bits and pieces. Now, I went to the grocery store multiple times over multiple days, just taking it gently, picking up bits and pieces. Here is another essential toilet paper, and I think I'm just trying to find the one that looks the softest, i.e. has the biggest rolls. That looks decent. And of course, one thing you also have to pick up first when you're in Japan is some soy sauce. And look, that entire aisle of soy sauce, all the choices. And I'm just going for the basic one that I know, which is Kikkoman, and it's probably the cheapest one there. There are so many different kinds of soy sauce for all kinds of different things, but for now, this will do. And what do we have with our soy sauce? One of my favorite simple Japanese things to cook is silken tofu with fish flakes and soy sauce. So here again, look at all the tofu. I am looking for the silken one. Now, I think I might have been to the store already at this point, and I do use Google Translate a lot, although I didn't get a chance to show you on this film. This blue one is the silken tofu, and I like the small packets. Again, just giving you a look at all of the vegetables, look at all the different kinds of mushrooms. I love mushrooms so much living in Japan. That is very exciting for me. And tomatoes, which I can't have, and many of you may not be able to either because of the histamine. Okay, here we are at the drugstore, and I didn't bring a lot of toiletries with me because my suitcase was mostly full of medication, so I'm looking for some cleanser. I do like one that's sort of, I'm not an oil-based cleanser girly yet. Lots of people in Japan are. These are some of the viral ones. But I did go with that honey cleanser, and then also this charcoal sort of wash thing that lots of people have been talking about, and it looks great for travel. So picked that up. What are we looking at here? Lots of different shampoos. Oh, that's the viral hair mask that lots of people get with the red lid. Doesn't work for my hair, it's better for Asian hair. And then these are those things that you put on for flyaways. Again, I don't really care about flyaways, but these are things you can pick up in Japan. Now, something I desperately need is body wash. This one looks good. This is the viral Tear Korean makeup that lots of people get. I have picked up one of those. And then here's me grabbing the Curel, which is very popular. I got the toner, and I did grab one of the moisturizers. Now, all of this is sort of your Boots or CVS brand equivalent. So most of these things you can see are less than 1,000 yen. 1,000 yen is about 5 quid, which is about $7. So very reasonable price just to pick up a few bits and get started with what I need. And here are a few more viral bits, that vitamin C stuff, which I have been trying, a bit oily for me. And on the left there is the Habalado hyaluronic acid. Thank goodness for YouTube Shorts to tell you what to buy. Now, another great place to pick up things that is good value is the Hyakuyen store, which is basically like the dollar store. So everything here is 100 yen, which I guess is like 50p, unless it has a price on it. As you can see there, some of those have got 300 yen stickers, but it's great for cheap home bits. Look at those cute Hello Kitty bins. So I'm looking for storage, hooks, bits and pieces for the bathroom, things like that. Definitely need some hooks, a bucket to help with the washing machine because it's only cold water. I want to put in a bit of hot. A nice bin for tissues in the bathroom. Oh, and these bits you put in the sink to collect up the nasty bits of food. Nobody wants any cockroaches. Great place for chopsticks, bowls, glasses. I've got a few basics, but I do need a few extra bits and pieces, especially the Japanese bowls, which are down the bottom there. And then I did come to Muji in Ginza. This is the flagship store. Because I've got one set of sheets and a couple of basic towels, but I do need a few more bits, and I know Muji and the stuff is reasonable quality and not super expensive, so kind of a bit easier for me than going into a regular department store, also because a lot of things are written in English or in characters that I can read. There's me on the escalator. And what are we looking for today in Muji? Oh, towels, reasonable price, not quite as big as the ones we're used to in the UK or America, but we'll have to make do. And I do like this lovely beige colour, which looks quite classy and of course hides the fake tan marks. Then there's lots of, again, storage boxes in Muji. I did grab a couple of bits for organising my makeup in the bathroom, and again, these are all very reasonable prices. And hand wash, I did need some soap, and this one looked like it was going to be more moisturising than a lot of the ones I saw in the drugstore. Then we needed a bath mat, which I didn't have. These look like bath mats. Now let's see, is it actually a bath mat or is it something completely different? Thankfully, most of the tags in Muji have English on them. Look at that, bath mat, fabulous. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video of me slowly setting up my life in Japan. Thanks for being here.